Right guys, welcome to Cyprus Real Tech Reviews. Today, I'm going to show you how I have my sound set up on the Eonon U812S Plus. Let's get started. I've had a couple of comments asking me how I set my sound up. So, everything I'm going to show you today is based on what I have here in the car. So, number one, I have a home subwoofer from a home surround sound system connected to my stereo via the subwoofer input. I have a 12 volt to 240 volt inverter powering that subwoofer. Everything I'm going to show you today is based on this head unit here. So what I've done here is I've put it into custom, and I've basically put up a bit of the bass, taken down some of the mids, and put up a bit of the treble, okay? It is how you like it to sound. If you want, start from zero and go into your effects here. Sorry, not your effects. Where are we? Your frequency, okay? And take it from there. So what I've done, I've got no center speaker, okay? But I do have front speakers. So my front speakers, okay, I've put a high pass filter, all right? And I've cut it at 250 hertz. So as you can see here, there's absolutely no bass, just very little bass. And it's got all the mids and the highs. And I've done the same with the rear speakers, okay? And going to the subwoofer, actually the rear speakers I've cut at 320 hertz, okay? The front speakers I've cut at 250 hertz. So you're gonna run it through a high pass filter and cut out all the bass. Because if you've got a powerful subwoofer in the back, you don't really need the bass coming from the speakers, you just need the mids and the highs. Going to the rear ones, I've cut it at 320 hertz, okay? And the subwoofer, I've run it through a low pass filter, okay? And I've cut it at 100 hertz. So there's zero mids and zero highs going through the subwoofer. And I've got all the bass, all right? I hope that makes sense. So we're going to go to the equalizer. Now I've done basically this is a wave equalizer, okay? This is how I've learnt it. I just sort of fine-tuned it here with the highs and the mids. The mids I've left the same as they are, brought them down a bit actually. The mids I've brought them down a bit, and I put a bit of bass and a bit of high frequencies, okay? As for the volume, I brought down the volume in the front so I can hear myself speaking to my customers, speaking to the passengers in the car. And my rear channel, I've brought the speakers up, and they're not that loud anyway. They're crappy Temu Pioneer knockoff speakers. If you do have a similar sound system as mine, which is 4 speakers and a subwoofer, then I suggest experimenting, cutting out the bass on the speakers and cutting out the treble and the mids on the subwoofer. It makes a hell of a difference, okay? That's it. I hope this helps. I hope it made sense in your head like it did with me. And I hope to hear from you to see what you actually have done with your sound system and if it's made a difference. I've found a cheap way to add a sound system into my car. I'd already had the factory speakers. I bought the back speakers, the rear speakers for cheap. And I found a subwoofer in the rubbish bin that actually worked, and it was an expensive one. And that was a home system subwoofer, a surround sound system subwoofer. And it works perfectly fine. It does the job it needs to do for me, okay? And then all I did was tweak it just a little bit, and I am so happy. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a comment and a like and subscribe. Let me know what kind of sound system you have in your car. Let me know what head units you have in your car. And have an amazing day. Bye.